Hi guys, happy Tuesday. It is gorgeous outside and I have all intentions of spending majority of my day outside, but before I go and do that, being this is my full-time job, I tell myself I have to get work done in the morning before I can go out and enjoy the day. So that's what I've been doing for the last hour and a half. What I'm actually doing is closing out a host party, and I have yesterday it closed. Well, she had someone who didn't meet the deadline to put in her order, and that person actually happens to already be a customer of mine. So she messaged me and was like, hey, can I go ahead and add this to, which is crazy because I honestly didn't know that they knew each other. So anyway, she messaged me and was like, hey, can I add this order to Michelle's party? I was like, absolutely. So I just got that straight. But what I wanted to do was she sent me her order and she sent me 2 wall fans, 2 packs of pods, and 2 bulbs, okay? And so I responded to her and I was like, hey, do you want to, this is upselling, okay? And this is part of our job is to upsell. And so I was like, do you want to make your pods, do you want to put them in a 3-pack? That way you save a little bit more money, especially with the 10% off sale. And I was like, and the same goes for bulbs. They come in 3 packs and you're going to save more money that way. So what I did, instead of just telling her, hey, do you want to bundle them? Yes, that is a way that you can do it. But take it a step farther and show them the price difference. So I calculated what it was going to be, and you can literally do this through your workstation. It does it for you, and that's what I did. I calculated how much it was going to be for the exact order that she sent me, and it was $84. Actually, no, it was less than that. This was the price point. Anyway, I calculated what it would be for the exact product she sent me. And then I calculated what it was going to be if I bundled them together and gave her an extra pod and an extra bulb. And it was a $9 difference, okay? And so that's what I told her. I was like, it's going to be $9 more, but you're going to get an extra bulb and an extra pack of pods with the sale going on. I was like, it really only makes sense because usually a pack of pods is $10. So you're getting a pack of pods and a bulb and you're saving some money. And you just got extras to keep on hand. And she was like, yes, absolutely, put me down for those. And I was like, okay, so that's how you upsell, okay? And then I wanted to talk to you guys about using parties to recruit, okay? That is my goal. That's what I've been doing lately, is booking parties. My whole focus is booking parties. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people think partying is in the past. A lot of people believe that you don't have to party to get sales. And yes, that's true. You do not have to party to get sales. But I will say partying is the easiest way and fastest way to grow your business, okay? It truly is. I know I went live, like, what was it, last week, maybe the week before, talking about how I built my business around parties. Well, I'm going back to those basics. It looks a little bit different now for me that I'm not working full time, and that's okay. It's called evolving, it's called life, it's called change, okay? Life is inevitable. Change is inevitable with life is what I'm trying to say. So, my goal is to book parties, okay? And once I get those parties booked, then I am going to ask, or I have been asking all of my hosts to then join. So for example, I had a really good, oh my gosh, one of my customers has had a party link open since, since July. July 1st, I think, is when we opened up her party link. And, she just wanted to order for herself. She always orders for herself, especially with a flash sale. So we had a flash sale in July. She ordered, I think, 3 or 4 times just for herself. And then she had one of her friends order as well. She ended up with, I think it was like $800 in orders, okay? Well, I asked her back in July if she wanted to join. She told me no. She wanted to keep her link open through August. I said, okay. I reached out to her again. I have already asked this girl, or not even asked her, I've put a bug in her ear probably for the last almost 2 years about joining. And she has basically told me she is not interested, which I totally respect, okay? Well, her party link was open for a month and a half, and she had roughly $800 in orders. And I was like, that's crazy. Now, I did put one order on her party link for her, just so she could get more rewards. I do that for my customers all the time, because I don't need any more Scentsy, okay? And so, when I reached out to her, she was like, hey, I want to close, but I'm waiting on so-and-so to place an order. I said, that's great. I said, I want you to hear me out, and I promise you I will never bring this up again. And I broke it down for her. I said, you have spent just herself. I said, you have spent $450 in Scentsy in the last month and a half. That is absolutely insane, okay? I said, you need to just join and get paid back off your own purchases. I said, now, because your link has been open for a month and a half and we opened it in July, I'm not able to flip you the entire $450 that you have spent yourself, unfortunately. I am able to flip you, it was like $212 that I was able to flip to her because that's what she had placed in this month of August, okay? And I was like, it really only makes sense for you to get paid off of your purchases versus me, okay? This is the exact conversation I am messaging via text and voice message back and forth with this girl, okay? I mean, she's been my customer so long that when she orders, I literally text her and say, you are crazy. You are psycho because you have a fragrance addiction, probably worse than I do, and it really only makes sense for you to join. She's already with another direct sales company, totally fine. I said, you do not have to sell it to people. You can literally purchase just for yourself, especially because she's going to go crazy when she sees the fall and winter products. She's going to go crazy. I was like, I will teach you how to open up your own party link and how to add your orders. It's literally the same exact way that you order through my site. You would just be ordering through your own site, okay? Guess what? She joined. And she has $212 to her name the very first day that I flipped her party to her, okay? And so that is how I am recruiting, is by opening party links. Some people aren't taking the bait. I had someone 2 months ago, not even, it was last month, I had a girl who sold $900 in her party. $900 in her party. She was a host. She did not want to join. And I was like, you will literally make, like, we could push this party and you would make 25% off this party. I will flip all these orders to her. She didn't want to do it. It doesn't work all the time, and that's totally fine. Sometimes it doesn't work on the first time asking, like my girl Ashton. And so the host that I'm about to close her party now, she has $400 in sales, which is a great party. I told her, and listen, this is how I booked her a party, okay? She texted me, this customer of mine texted me and was like, hey, what scents do you suggest for, I don't even know what it was. I don't even remember what her question was. She asked me a question in regards to what my favorite scents were or something like that. And I told her, I gave a list, and she never responded to me. So 2 days later, but she's a new mom, okay? She's in the groove of things. And 2 days later, I was booking parties, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask Michelle, because she asked me. She said that she wanted to order. She just hasn't placed it yet. And I said, so I texted her. I said, hey, girl, do you want to do a party? I know you planned on ordering, but why don't we open up an online link for you? You share it with your friends and family, and then we get you some products, okay? She ended up selling $400, y'all, okay? And let me just tell you, her party group was dead. Dead. I honestly was like, okay, this is going to be a flop of a party. No. I private messaged everybody in that party group. One person responded to me. One person out of I think she has 30 people in there. One person responded to me. I was like, okay, well, this girl's going to order, but she's the only one. This is going to be a flop. Nope, she ended up selling $400 in orders. And like I have told you guys before, I truly think the way to get orders is to screenshot the first person's order and share it and say, thank you, Michelle, for ordering. I I will send you your free gift or whatever, okay? Their free gift is literally a scent circle, okay? Doesn't even have to be a scent circle. It could be a thank you card with a sample in it, okay? It can literally be whatever you want. And then after people order, I keep doing the same thing. I screenshot their order. I make sure none of their personal information is in the screenshot, and I post it to the page. I tag them and say, thank you so-and-so for your order, okay? That creates FOMO. That gets people ordering. It also reminds people that they need to order. I truly do believe that a lot of people forget to order, or they're not being notified until days later. So, where was I getting with this? Oh, so her party ended up being $400, okay? So I texted her this morning. I was like, hey, you have $400 in party orders. This is what you get for your rewards. This is what you can get. This is what you can't get type of thing. And then after I sent her her reward, she sent me what she wanted. So I voice messaged her. I was like, hey, I probably should have asked you this before you just sent me everything you wanted with your product credit. I said, but are you interested in me flipping this $400 in orders to you? You will make $80 come September 10th on your paycheck. I was like, you're already so close to earning the Shooting Star Award, which is crazy that you would earn it literally almost the first day that you become a consultant. I was like, you can get paid off your own products in the future, especially when you see the new fall and winter stuff coming out. You're going to go crazy. And she responded, I have the same spiel for everybody. And the spiel is literally just me telling them what Scentsy can do for them, literally. The 20%, who doesn't want to get paid back off their own purchases that they're already buying? And she came back and she was like, I appreciate it. She was like, but honestly, I just have too much going on with work and my baby and whatnot, which I totally get. She's a new mom. So, but that's me planting a seed, okay? So, that is how I'm recruiting. That's the easiest ways to recruit, honestly, is to show your host that they have already sold this much in products. If they can do this, they can be a consultant. They don't have to do it. And I tell everybody this. I'm like, you don't have to do it full time like me. You don't have to go head first and dive in and do all the things that I'm doing. Like, literally just sell it to your friends and family to start off, see if you like it, and then go from there. That's literally what all of us, almost all of us, started to do. We just said, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see where we take it. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where the road takes us. And a lot of us are still here. Some of us don't do it full time, and that's totally fine. But guess what? The people in your team or on your team that only do it as a hobby or to get paid back off their purchases, guess what? Those numbers add up, and we need those people in our team. We need the people that only put in $200 every 3 to 4 months. We need the people that are rock stars, kicking ass, selling over $2,000, $6,000, $8,000, whatever the number is. We need those people just as much as we need the people that are putting in their $200 once a year to stay active as a consultant. Okay? They are just as important as everybody else on your team that's killing it, rocking ass, showing up. Okay? Some people are just in different areas of life, and that's totally fine. We have to meet people where they are. And if you are pushing someone, this kind of went from recruiting to this went from a recruiting training to a leading training. But and now that I see Courtney's name pop up, I promise I'm going to read the comments, but I have to like get everything off my brain before it disappears. But me and Courtney were texting, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. And she was like, how do you train your people? And I was like, I train everybody the same. But at the end of the day, it comes down to either if that person wants it or they don't. It's either they want to go all in or they don't. You can't make someone go all in. You can't make someone text their friends and family and let them know that they've joined Scentsy. You can't make someone message people to book parties. You can't make someone go live on their Facebook. You can't make someone do all these things that bring success. There's no difference between all of us on this page. There's literally no difference. Well, I will say there's one difference. There's one difference. The only difference is whether or not that person is going to take that step to get out of their comfort bubble to bring in the success. You can't sit back and post one time on your party page, say, hey, who wants to book a party with me, and expect all these people to come to you. No. You have to go out. It's either they want it or they don't. And if they don't want it and they just want to sit back and only buy from themselves, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. But you can't push someone to do the activities that bring success. It's either they're going to do it or they're not. And I will say, there are some months where I do it and I don't. Or I go harder in some months than I do in other months. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called life. It's called some months I'm tired and some months I have more energy, and some months I want more, and some months I'm content with where I'm at. There is nothing wrong with that. This month, your girl is hustling this month, okay? But I will say, this month is probably one of my harder months. Definitely, not probably, it is one of my harder months. I just hit my 2,000. I have 2 recruits, 1 reinstatement. My goal is 4 recruits, and I've been having all the conversations, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's not coming as easy as it has in the past for me. And I'm still working, I'm still hustling, but that's called life. No matter how hard you try, sometimes you're just not getting the results. And guess what? That just means that this month isn't your month. It just means that your seeds haven't bloomed yet. That's what that means. Just because you're looking at someone else, like Courtney, she's having a freaking killer month. Katie Lassiter, killer month. How many people have they recruited? I think Katie is at 12 people. I don't know. I'm just I know she's high. Courtney, I think she's at 6 or 7 people. Maybe even more than that. Okay? And I'm over here. I caught myself the other day. I'm over here damn. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong this month? All these people are recruiting. Oh my gosh, I keep getting email after email after email after email after email after email about all these people in my downline and my front line recruiting, getting new recruits, getting reinstatements. I haven't even looked at how many people, but y'all are kicking ass, okay? And I'm over here damn, it's pulling teeth over here for me to get anybody to join me on this journey this month. What am I doing wrong? And you know what? I reflected this morning and I was I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just one of those months. It's just one of those months, and it's called life, okay? Everything that we experience in life is just like running a business, okay? Some months your business is booming, some months it's just not. Even if you're putting in the same effort, even if you're doing the same activities, that's just how it goes. And that's because there are seasons of blooming, there are seasons of reaping the harvest, there are seasons of planting, and guess what? Right now, your girl's in a planting season, okay? While Courtney and Katie, they are in a harvesting season, and that's totally fine. We have to realize that we are not all in the same season, and that's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of business, that's the beauty of life, is that we are all in our own season. Some of us might be in the same season, but a lot of us, we're in different seasons. So, I'm still hustling over here, y'all. Okay? I'm still hustling. So, parties. That's my focus, okay? My focus is the new catalog is releasing. There are so many amazing products. I am using those products to my advantage to book parties for September and to get people to join. Once they see, oh, I just sold $400, why not flip it to me and make an extra $80 come the following month to put on my credit card or to put gas in my to put gas in my car, or to put food on my table for my family, or to, I don't know, put in a savings account to pay for Christmas, okay? So that's what I'm doing, focusing on booking parties, and then I'll go from there to book more parties from those parties and to talk about the join conversation, talk about the join, what is it called? Wow. Opportunity. Talk about the join opportunity in those parties. You never know if somebody in those parties may have joined, but they're not in a financial state to join right then. So then they can book a party to get sales to join for potentially free using their credits. Okay? So, and then that's booking parties. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me just go back to booking parties, okay? In case you're new here. This is what booking parties can do for your business. It brings in new customers. And you're not even having to talk to people. Like, you're not even having to go out to bring in those customers. Your host is bringing you those people, okay? Parties, they also bring you recruits. Whether those people join now, they might join in the future, okay? They also bring you more parties as long as you're asking. As long as you're asking and you are sharing what you have to offer in those party groups or in your bag parties or on your Facebook Live parties or in your home parties, okay? They can literally do so much for your business. They bring you sales. They bring you more parties, which brings you more sales, which brings you more people, more customers, more connections. And more people, more customers, more connections just brings you everything else that you need for a blooming and booming business, okay? So that is where I am at, is focusing on parties. So let me go back and read all the comments. So hold on. My office is a wreck. Carrie, so she said, so you don't always offer Facebook or scrolling parties, you sometimes just open a shopping link for them and let them share their own link. Yeah, so it just depends on the person. I offer them what they want. My girl that I offered to open a link, we did do a Facebook party, but listen, I hate a Facebook party, okay? Deep down, I hate a Facebook party. But I also love a Facebook party because I can build connections way easier than a bag party. There's definitely pros and cons to each type of party. A Facebook party, you can actually message and get to know that person one-on-one, okay? You can also keep those party groups after they close and go back months later when you have a special or when you have a clearance sale and post in there. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I learned that from Courtney, and I've gotten so many sales from just doing that months later after the party's closed, okay? Now my Facebook parties, I keep them 3 days of posting because your girl, I don't even want to schedule posts for 3 days, okay? Like that's where I'm at. So that's what I do. But if they only want the shopping link, then I only do it. I give them the option. They are in control of what they want to do. Holy shit, Courtney, 15 new people, y'all. Whew. Okay, I was like half the amount that I thought she had. Only 6 are hustling. They want it. But still, 6 out of 15, that is literally incredible, y'all. Way to go, Court. I'm really proud of you. Yeah, Ryan, me too, girl. Yeah, see, Courtney said she worked really hard the last 5 months and she's finally reaping the benefits. So her last 5 months were the planting season and now she's harvesting, okay? Ryan, 12 parties. Holy shit. Get it, girl. Yay. That's amazing. 12 parties. Holy shit. You are going to be like crazy. You're going to be so tired, but you're going to be like, oh my God, that was so worth it. So you got to put in the work to reap the benefits, okay? And listen, back to the whole recruiting, because Courtney and I were talking about, like, how do you find rock stars? Okay, rock stars are people that just, like, you don't have to train, okay? The people that want it, you literally don't have to train. They train themselves. They find trainings themselves. They are Googling stuff. They're searching on the workstation by themselves. They might be asking questions, but you can tell if someone's going to be a rock star, per se, within the first couple of days that they've joined. Usually within the first day, the first conversation you have with them, you know. But you don't know if you're going to have a rock star until they join, okay? And that's why we're always saying, like, keep recruiting, keep recruiting, keep recruiting. Katie probably didn't know that I was going to be one of her rock stars. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but Katie probably didn't know that I was going to be a rock star when she first met me, because I told her no for the longest time, that I wasn't interested in joining. And then she probably thought that my business was going to be a dud because of my launch party that she threw for me at my house, because I had 2 people show up. But Katie never trained me. Like, she did, but she didn't. She gave me challenges, but I took them and ran with them. I asked Katie, like, random questions, but if I needed something, I literally went and found it myself. So people who hit the ground running in this business, most people, they made up in their mind that they were going to be good at this, whether they fell flat on their face or not, whether they had to get back up and keep going. They made it in their mind up that they were going to do this. They were out talking to people. That is the biggest thing about this business, is if you want success, you can't rely on a Facebook post. You have to go out and talk to people. You have to be willing to rekindle relationships that you haven't had in a long time. You have to be willing to text people. You have to be willing to message people. You have to be willing to engage with people on social media. You can't just put a post up and expect people to come to you. They're not. If you just put a post up and say, hey, I have 3 party spots available for September for whatever, you might have someone randomly come to you, but majority of the time you have to go out and ask. And a lot of time people are confused with the terms that we use. Parties? You know, one time I had someone ask me how much it costs to do a party. What? If that person thinks that it costs to have a party, she can't be the only one. Someone else has to think that too. She can't be the only one that thinks that it costs money to do a party. Absolutely, girl. It does not cost anything. It is $0, and you're going to get something from me, whether the party is a bust or not. You're going to get a thank you, because I appreciate your time and your effort for trying to help me out. Okay? So, finding rock stars on your team, it's literally a luck of the draw. It's whether they join you or they join someone else. And the difference between them joining you and someone else is if you asked first. And that's why we always talk about have the conversation. Just ask. Your job, our job as consultants, is to literally ask. Offer the opportunity. Offer the opportunity of our products. Offer the opportunity of hosting a party. And offer the opportunity of joining this business to make money. To get products free and half off for yourself. That's literally our job, is to just offer. It's not our job for them to say yes or no. Okay? It's our job to say, hey, you need some fragrance products? Hey, do you want to do a party and get those fragrance products discounted? Or hey, do you want to join this business and get paid back off your own purchases? You never know if getting paid back off your own purchases is then going to become making $1,000 a month, making $2,000 a month, making $10,000 a month, making $20,000 a month, having a group of 300, 500, 50, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. You never know. Our job is to offer. Just remember that, okay? And I know it's scary to offer. I still get nervous asking specific people, certain people, to join Scentsy or to host a party, because sometimes I make it up in my mind like, oh my gosh, they're never going to talk to me again. They're going to think I'm slimy. They're going to think I'm whatever. And in reality, they don't care. They're either going to ghost you, say no, or say yes, okay? And let me just tell you, one thing I've learned from this business, the people that ghost you, they're not trying to be mean. They just don't know how to say no, and that's in life in general. You're not the only one they're ghosting. They're ghosting their best friend that asked them to go on a lunch date, but they can't make it. They just don't know how to say no. I already have plans, okay? People that ghost you, that's a them problem, okay? You're not the only one they're ghosting. They're not just ghosting you because you asked them to do a party. They're either ghosting you because they don't know how to say no, or they ghosted you because they legit forgot to respond to you, okay? Forgetting to respond is a real thing. It's a real thing. So, and if you're bugging someone, they're either going to block you or they're going to tell you, hey, stop messaging me about this, okay? So, that's all I have to say today, y'all. This was a much longer training than I anticipated, but I think it was a really good one, so I hope you guys got something from it. And I'm about to finish up in here and then go outside. I hope you guys have a great day.